Okay. So again, this is the first meeting for spring 2021. We have this beautiful flyer that our director made. Okay, and then we're going to introduce the officers for spring 2021. Again, we will have positions available for fall 2021. So just stay tuned for that information, which we will give next meeting. I am your president for this semester. My name is Debbie Sosa. I am from Houston. I'm a psych major. I'm a senior, and I've been part of this organization for 4 years, and this is my 3rd semester as president. Then we have our vice president, Elena Suarez.
Hi, everyone again. My name's Elena. I'm a senior right now, so this is my last semester, which is crazy to think about. I am currently majoring in psychology and sociology. This will be my third year, 4th year with SPA. I think I started as a freshman, as a member, and then just last semester I was a secretary, and now I'm in this role. I love it so much and definitely recommend anybody who doesn't know about it to join because it's so amazing and it's a great resource.
Next, we have our director, Elena Koretsky.
Hi, so like Deb said, I'm Elena. This is my 1st semester as the director, and this is my 2nd year in the organization, but my last semester as an undergraduate student. I'm a psychology major with a minor in communication, and I have a personal interest in industrial organizational psychology. So if you're ever interested in talking about that with someone, you can go to me. I'm always happy to talk about it and give advice and stuff like that. But yes, I'm really glad to be a part of this org, and sad that this is my last semester, but I know that it's going to be a good one.
Next, we have our treasurer, Fernando Pineda.
Hi, everybody. My name is Fernando. I'm a sophomore at UTSA. I'm actually studying mechanical engineering. But psychology is something that I got into with Debbie about 2.5 years ago, and I've been here ever since, and just look forward to this semester and what's to come.
And then we have our public relations 1, Emily Wood.
Hi guys, my name's Emily. I'm your public relations 1 for this semester. This is my 2nd semester with SPA. I'm a sophomore psychology major, but I'm also on the pre-med track. So if anybody else is pre-med, I'm happy to help with that too.
Okay. Then we have our public relations 2, Stella Jane Rojas.
Hi guys, I'm Stella. It's my 1st semester as a public relations 2, and I'm a senior at UTSA, and I should be graduating in December, this upcoming December, so yay.
Next, we have our volunteer coordinator 1, Alexis Gutierrez.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexis Gutierrez. I'm volunteer coordinator. I was also volunteer coordinator last semester, and this is going to be, I think, my 4th semester in Student Psychology Association, and my 2nd semester as an officer. I really enjoy it. I think everyone should get involved in the volunteer opportunities that we have and become an active member. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this semester. Thank you.
Okay, then we have our volunteer coordinator 2, Ethan Guerrero.
Hey everyone, my major is psychology pre-med. I've been in SPA for 5 semesters, and I don't know how long I've been an officer for, but I've been volunteer coordinator for 2 years, and I've loved it ever since.
Also, just look at this picture right here with the merch. Beautiful. Okay, next we have our social media coordinator, Vanessa Ondarza.
Hey guys, I'm Vanessa. I'm the social media coordinator. I've been with SBA for 3 semesters, but I've been the social media coordinator for, well, this one is going to count as my second one. But I graduate this semester as well. But I've been so happy about this organization, and I'm glad y'all are here for this meeting.
Then we have our faculty advisor, Dr. MC. I don't think she could make it to the meeting. So if y'all don't know her, if y'all haven't taken her classes, I recommend y'all look into the classes she teaches. And even if you don't want to take a class, I do recommend you reach out to her because she gives amazing advice. And then it's really great to network and get letters of recommendation. And she's one of the ideal persons for that. Okay, so we're going to talk about membership requirements. These, let me see, someone said something in the chat. Okay, yes, make sure to sign in because that's part of the membership requirements. So we do have dues, which is $15 for returning, and you would have to verify with our treasurer, Fernando. So you would just send him a DM just to see if you classify as a returning member. What a returning member is someone that was part of the organization the semester before and met requirements. If you know that you aren't a returning member, then you would be a new member, and that would be a $20 membership fee. And the payments are through Venmo and Cash App, which I will share the QR codes in just a second. And the dues are due March 30th. Now, if you are having some sort of financial struggle, send me a DM and we can discuss a payment plan. You also have to attend 3 out of 6 meetings. So that's the purpose of the sign-in. We have a sign-in and a sign-out. In order to receive credit for attending the meeting, you must do the sign-in and sign-out, which Elena shared in the chat, so make sure to do so. The sign-in only stays open for 20 minutes. So at 6:20, it will close and you'll no longer be able to sign in. The sign-out will be sent about 5 to 10 minutes before the meeting ends, and then it will close about 3 to 5 minutes after the meeting ends. So make sure that you do both to get that full credit. And we have 7 meetings for the semester, but only 6 meetings count for credit. And I will talk a little bit more about that in a sec. So you also have to get 10 volunteer credits. 1 hour equals 1 credit. And we will discuss the volunteer options in a bit as well. We only accept 5 outside credits. So by that, we mean, you know, if you do some sort of volunteering that isn't one of the ones that we offered, we'll still accept it, but you have to submit proof. You can discuss that with our volunteer coordinators, Alexis, Ethan, myself, and Elena. With the volunteering, the type of proof we would require would be if you did it with another organization, you would have to get some sort of screenshot or confirmation from the leaders in that organization confirming that you did this amount of hours. And if you did it with something else, like say you volunteered at, well, with any other company that you volunteer with, you just have them like sign a form of any kind, just a writing that, you know, Debbie Sosa completed these many hours on this date, and you would just submit that to us. Along with that, we do accept donations of $6, which would equal 1 credit with a maximum of 5 credits. So a max of $30 that you can donate to the organization. And that donation will also be sent to the Venmo or Cash App, which I will share the QR codes in a bit. You also have to attend 2 out of 3 events. So we have 3 events planned for this semester, which will be a graduate fair. It's a graduate school panel with, so we have 2 current grad students. They're doing their masters, and then we have one lady, her name is Evelyn. She went to grad school, and she actually works as a graduate school admissions counselor. So it would be great to hear from her and see her experience to how she got where she is now. And being an admissions counselor, she would also discuss what they look at and what they expect. Then we have our internship and research fair. If you just want to give like a small description about that, Elena.
Yes, so for the internship and research fair, we currently have 3 panelists, and they're all panelists who are actively recruiting members for their labs, for their psychology labs. So we have 2 professor researchers and then 1 doctorate student. And through this, we're hoping that a few of our members can either become research assistants, or they can become research volunteers, or they become research participants. So for all things research related on campus, this will be a good way to get involved.
And then our third event is expressive therapy panel, which Elena, if you'd like to share a quick.
Yeah, of course. So essentially what we want to do with this panel is have 3 individuals who do expressive therapy. So we would have a dance therapist, an art therapist, and a music therapist, and they would come share their stories of how they became, you know, their therapists in those kind of areas, what they do as a music therapist or what they do as an art therapist. We really just wanted to educate people about that particular field because it is starting to kind of pick up now, and people might not be aware of it. So we thought it would be an interesting thing to learn about. So we're going to have them for you.
Okay, and then you also have to make sure to follow us on our social media and join us on RadioLink. So on RadioLink, if you look us up, sorry. If you look us up on RadioLink, Student Psychology Association, and you haven't joined, there should be a button that says join. If y'all do have trouble with this, on our YouTube channel, we actually posted a video that goes in detail with that. So make sure to check out our YouTube channel. So yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Student Psychology Association. And then for volunteering, how to request those volunteering credits / hours, I also have a video uploaded on there with information. And all requirements are due April 13th, which will be meeting number 6. Okay, we do have alternative membership requirements. So if someone has scheduling conflicts with school or work, then you would send me a private message. You do have to be approved for this. So you would send in the proof of scheduling conflicts. Then we will discuss the alternative membership, and these are the requirements. So you would have to pay a $25 fee. They're also due March 30th. Same thing. If you're having financial struggles, let me know and we can discuss a payment plan. You also have to get 15 volunteer credits with a maximum of 5 donations. And then donations of $6 equals 1 credit. So 5 is the limit. No more than 5 outside credits are allowed. You also have to attend 2 events. Now it says here attend 1 social, but you can scratch that. We're not going to require you to attend any socials. You have to follow us on social media and join us on RadioLink as well, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Student Psychology Association. So everything is also due April 13th for you as well. For RadioLink, we send mass emails through RadioLink. So if you have joined us on RadioLink, you should be receiving emails. And those emails, we discuss the meetings, we send reminders, we send recaps, and we send links to important information that we covered. We also send links to the PowerPoints. So again, RadioLink is important. You also cannot request hours if you're not on the RadioLink. So you have to have joined us on ReadyLink to request hours for our organization. Okay, so our meeting dates. We have February 2nd, which is today, which is just an introduction. We're going to have a Kahoot game, and in the Kahoot game, we're going to ask questions regarding the organization so y'all can better remember everything regarding the organization. For February 16th, we are going to have Elena host this meeting. She's going to have a guest speaker, Dr. MC, discuss anxiety and time management. For March 2nd, Elena is going to host this meeting. She's going to have guest speaker, Dr. Scott. She's going to discuss clinical psychology versus research psychology. On March 16, we're going to have a former UTSA student, psych student, former SPA president, and he also received his PsyD as well. For March 30th and April 13th, we're going to have Sarah Good talk about, she's a career counselor here at UTSA, and she's going to discuss job searching during the pandemic. She's also going to discuss how to network and basically how to build your CV and resume. And for April 27th, that's our last meeting, and we're just going to say congratulations and celebrate our graduating officers and members. And we're also going to welcome in our new officers and any new members that we're going to get for the fall. And we're also going to just do a quick talk about what the fall might look like. Meetings will always be on Tuesday at 6 p.m. We are fully virtual this semester, so nothing will be done in person. Meetings will be recorded. Faces should not be seen. However, if you would feel more comfortable, please turn your camera off. And again, if you are unable to attend meetings due to school or work, please send me, Debbie Sosa, a direct message, and we can discuss an alternative membership plan, which is the one I showed you. But you still have to send me a message so you can get that approval. So our event dates are February 25th, March 25th, and April 22nd. We already briefly discussed the events. Elena, our director, will create a flyer with all this information that we will post on our GroupMe so that you can just see it on there easily. Events will be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Same thing, they will be recorded. If you don't feel comfortable, you can turn your camera off. And if you are unable to attend, send me a message. Now, part of the alternative requirement is to attend events. If that is also an issue, because you also have school or work on Thursdays, then send me a message and we can try and figure something out. Our social dates. So we have 3 socials scheduled this semester. We have one on February 4th, which is this Thursday. It will be hosted by Elena, our VP. It's going to be Bob Ross. So there's going to be painting involved, which is awesome and soothing. On March 4th, we will have the game night, I believe, which will be hosted by Elena. And then on April 1st, we'll have a movie night, which will be hosted by me. Socials will also be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. These are not required to obtain active membership, but we do, suggest you come so you can, talk to us, get to know us a little bit more. Okay, so these are the volunteer opportunities. So I'm sorry if y'all can hear my dogs in the back. They're being annoying, but just ignore them. Okay, so we have letters of encouragement that we will be sending to the San Antonio State Hospital. You'll actually be sending them on your own. And I have examples of how to do that. So I will create like a little document or PowerPoint and send it to y'all so it can be like a little bit easier to understand. Okay. We also have letters of encouragement to the children's shelter that you can create. So both of these, one letter equals 1 credit. There's also volunteering through 7 Cups. So this is, if y'all have done it before, it's awesome. If y'all haven't, check it out. It's an app that you can, I'm sorry, give me one second. Okay.
Those dogs.
My dogs are crazy. Okay. So you can actually join and be a listener, and that means that you'll be talking to people. There'll be people on there that need to vent out, talk about any problems that they're facing at the moment, and you're there to just listen. They do a 30-minute like practice so that you can learn tips and tricks and what not to do, and that is also counted. Even though it's only 30 minutes, I will count it as a full credit, because it is training. And if you don't want to be a listener, or if you do want to be a listener but you want to see what it's like to be the person talking, you can also switch over. So it's great because you can switch back and forth, and you can get someone to talk to, someone to vent to, and it's just a great platform to discuss. And a lot of people can't afford therapy, so this is a great way to get some of that, like, therapy. It's not actual therapy, but it's a great way to just kind of get that out without having to pay, because it's fully free. Okay, then we also have Love for the Elderly. So it's the same thing. It's a letter that you would write, just encouragement, or you can do like little videos that you would send to them, and you would send us proof and you'd receive a credit. You can also donate 6 items to the UTSA pantry. It has to be actual items, not money. So every 6 items count as 1 credit. They usually give you some sort of ticket showing that you donated a certain amount. You have to ask for it though. So you tell them that you need proof that you donated items, and they'll like fill in how many items and so on. And then again, you can donate to SPA. $6 equals 1 credit with a max of 5. Now, let me talk really quickly about the letters and how to get that proof. So the way you need to do that is you'll write on the letter your name. If you don't want to put your address, just put the UTSA address. That's fine. And then you'd send it to them. I have the address, which I'll share with in the group me later on today or tomorrow. And you'll take a picture of the letters that you're sending out, and I need to see all of them. Like, they all need to be visible. So if you're sending 7, I need to be able to see all 7, and your name must be on all of them. And then I would need a picture of you actually sending them out. If you don't want to show your face, that's fine. I would just need some sort of picture you like of showing that you're sending out the letters. Okay. And that proof will be sent to myself, to Elena, to Ethan, or Alexis. Okay, so these are the forms of payment. This is our Cash App. It's Student Psychology Association, or you can just take a picture of the QR code. Then we have Venmo as well, Student Psychology Association, so SPA 20 UTSA, SPA 20 UTSA. And you'll be sending everything there. So dues, if you buy merchandise, or if you send donations. So merchandise, we have merchandise. If you were here last semester, it's the same thing. If you are in San Antonio, I will deliver in person. If you're not in San Antonio, I will deliver via mail, but you will be charged a shipping fee. Okay, so here are our T-shirts, and this is my handsome cousin. He's amazing. The T-shirts are ordered. So the way we do this is we assign codes to make it easier for our treasurer to be able to distinguish between what merchandise you're buying, or if you're even buying merchandise or just paying dues. So when you send the payments, make sure that in the memo, you are very descriptive. So for T-shirts, you'll use the letter code T, and then depending on the size, you'll put TL for large, TM for medium, TS for small. And these are sold at $20. Then we have double-sided masks. So you can flip them to be orange, that has our like awesome logo, and then you can flip them to be navy blue, which has the UTSA logo. It's at $7 each, and the masks, the letter code is M. And there's no size, it's just one size. Okay, so these are the other things we have. We have tumblers, water bottles, and coffee mugs. So these are the codes right there. So for the tumblers, it's A. For the water bottles, which are in the middle, are C. And then for the coffee mugs are B. For the coffee mugs, I ordered a bit more, but we have a very limited amount. So if you do want coffee mugs, make sure to order those as soon as possible. I'm sorry. Okay. So these are the available designs. So so when you order the items, if you want a tumbler, you'll do A1, or you'll do A2 if you want this design in the middle, or A3 if you want this design at the end. And this is how they look. Okay, I will be sharing this PowerPoint, so if y'all aren't able to take screenshots, don't worry, I'll send it out. Elena will also send it out through the recap email. So again, if you're not part of RowdyLink, make sure to join so you can receive all the information we covered today. These are the water bottles, but as you saw, we have different colors available. And then these are the mugs. Okay, again, these are the payment methods. And this is an example. So if you order something or buy something or pay something, in the memo, you always want to be specific, because we want to make sure that we get the right information. Our treasurer will also send a confirmation within 7 days. So M, mask, TM for t-shirt medium, A3 for a tumbler, the light blue design, and then if you're also paying dues, you want to put new member or returning member. Okay, this is our social media. So Vanessa does a lot of fun things on our Instagram. She does like trivias, and we were actually doing a little giveaway, which I will share the winner after the Kahoot game. And we are going to do about 2 or 3 more giveaways this semester. So make sure you're on our social media so you can keep track of when that's going to happen, and you can get a chance to win. Now, we also have a Facebook account, which we're not so active on it, but we're going to try and be a little bit more active this semester on the Facebook. And then RowdyLink is one of the important ones. Again, you have to be on RowdyLink to receive emails, to request hours, and to get reminders for anything. This is our email. So there will be times where I'll tell you, send us the email. So if you want to request hours, you need to submit proof. You send it to this email, or you can DM it to me, but it's preferable that you send it to the email so I can, so it can be easier for me to keep track. And then our YouTube is Student Psychology Association. This is our group meet. If you haven't joined already, make sure to join, because this is where we share our important information, reminders, everything. So this group meet is strictly for discussion regarding the organization. Anything non-related to the organization can be sent on our social group meet or our class professor recommendation. So the reason for this is a lot of information gets lost if people are sending other things in there. We don't want information getting lost. We want to make sure that y'all are able to access everything easily. So this group meet is strictly for the organization. We do have a social chat where you can send anything you'd like. And then we have a psychology class professor recommendation group chat where you can ask questions about different professors or classes or anything psych related. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we're going to have Emily, our PR1, talk about a research opportunity.
Hi guys, like Debbie said, my name is Emily, and I'm a research assistant on campus in Dr. Lerner's sleep lab. Right now we're working on just seeing how sleep affects different parts of your brain, like mainly on cognition right now. So we do that through sleep studies and cognitive tests. And we are looking for additional research assistants. There's currently 5 of us, but we'd like to add 2, maybe 3 more. So I thought I'd give everybody in SPA the opportunity to apply. If you have any questions or are interested, please email me as soon as possible and we can set up an interview over Zoom and get everything going. Thank you.
Also, I was talking earlier about networking and all that good stuff and resume building. This is a great way to stand out if you are applying to a job or applying to grad school, med school, anything. Okay. So before we get started on the Kahoot, I just really quickly want to backtrack on the volunteering. I know that I wasn't very clear on how to do that. But give me 1 second. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so when you volunteer, as I mentioned, you have to send the proof to us, and you have to send it within 7 days of you doing the volunteering, whatever it is that you did. So within 7 days, and you have to get it approved by either one of the 2 volunteer coordinators, myself or Elena. From there, we'll tell you, go ahead and request it on RideLink. You have 7 days from the day that they tell you yes to request it on RideLink, and then within 7 days, they'll approve it for you. When you request hours on RideLink, you have to put, there's a verification contact, you have to put on there the name of the person that approved it. So if you messaged me and showed me that you volunteered like 6 credits, and I approve it, I'm like, okay, great. Good job, Emily. Go ahead and request 6 credits on RowdyLink and make sure to put my name in the verification contact. When you're filling it out, at the very bottom, it asks for the verification contact. You'll just put Debbie Sosa. And then that way I'll go in and approve that for you. At the second meeting, or even before that, I can send out the video so you know how to do that. Or again, check out our YouTube channel. I did a whole like video detail by detail on how to request those credits on RiderLink. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start the Kahoot. Elena.
Okay, I think I'm gonna share my screen here. Let me host it so y'all can see the number. Okay. Let me know if y'all can see it.
I can see it.
And so you just go to kahoot.it and it should give you the option to put that game pin in. So you just insert that pin and insert a nickname. Let's try to keep it appropriate. If not your real name. And then we can start playing. What? Wait, people are leaving.
Oops.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all like a few more seconds. There's about 40 of us, I think, in here. Any last takers? Okay, I'm probably gonna get started then. Okay. So the first question is, how many meetings do you need to be an active member?
I got here late. That's my excuse.
Okay, well, Logan's in the lead so far, 952. Okay, let's go on to the next question. How much are membership dues for new and returning members? Ooh, y'all are paying attention. That's cool.
Why am I so?
Okay, Logan. Oh, Chrissy now. She took that. Okay. How many volunteer credits do y'all need? See y'all. Okay, did it move? Oh, Logan's coming back for revenge. Brisa is now at the top. Okay, how many events do you need to attend? Okay, I was like, where are the officers? And I was like, okay, good. Deb is coming. I was like, Deb is coming. When are membership dues due? Oh. Knocked down.
Wait.
When are membership requirements due?
I'm confused.
Yes. Were y'all like clicking it, but it wasn't, because sometimes I'll like click it, but it won't register my answer or something. Okay, Risa is still first place. How much are alternative membership dues? Did it change? Nope, she's still at the top. How many volunteer credits do alternative members need? I hope that. Y'all are pretty good at this. Okay. We're almost on our last ones. What days do we meet? Tuesday. Yeah, Thursdays we have socials, and then like that week that we're not doing socials, we'll do like an event for Thursdays. Okay, last question. When is our next meeting? February 6th. I don't know where you're getting the other dates. Okay, let's see who took it. Third, Giovanna. Second, Isaiah. First, Lisa. Oh, good. I don't know what happens if I click next. Okay. I don't know how to get out of here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Stop share. Okay, that's the Kahoot. Deb, I know that the social slide didn't have a flyer, but I have it. I think I have a flyer like on the PowerPoint I have on my laptop if you want me to show that.
Yes. I don't know why I didn't save on mine. Go ahead and share it, please. And then you can also share the sign out link.
Yes. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay. So here's the sign out link for y'all to fill out. And let me share my screen again. Okay, so our next thing that we're having is our first social. So we have never done, like, I know officers have done socials, but this is our first time like opening it up to members. So it's really exciting. Elena made this awesome flyer about the social. So we're gonna be doing Bob Ross night. I recently, during COVID happening, I got a really cool passion for like art and painting. I am not good at it. I just want y'all to know if y'all thinking like, oh, she's gonna pull in all like the stuff. No, I won't. Like, I'm not that good. But I just want you to know it doesn't matter if you think you're good, if you're bad. Anyone is welcome. And again, we know it's not for actual membership credits, but it's a fun way to connect with people, especially during these times. I know you're probably tired of hearing that like these times are crazy, but they are. And we need each other. It's also a great way to network in a way because there are going to be officers there. So maybe officers have certain opportunities, like how Elena is into IO, and you know, you have Emily who's doing Dr. Lerner's research. Like, there are opportunities to, you know, figure things out with us. And then also, if you're interested in being an officer, it's a great way to connect with us. So if you don't want to paint or do anything like that, that's fine. But we do plan on showing a video of us, like a painting tutorial. And if you want to follow it, great. You know, you can have a canvas, paint. If you don't want to paint, you can bring paper, pencils, colored pencils, whatever you want to bring. And also, we're allowing y'all to donate paintings to receive a volunteer credit if y'all want to do that. Again, you don't have to follow the videos if you don't want to follow the videos we show. You can just straight up maybe work on your letters of encouragement that are for volunteer credit if you want to. Like, so use this as an opportunity to knock those out if you just want to, you know, converse with people and have some fun. But it's this Thursday at 6 p.m. via Zoom, and we'll send out the link as it gets closer, probably tonight. and I guess also the last one. Not our last meeting, I'm sorry, our next meeting, already last meeting. No, our next meeting is Tuesday, February 16th. And like Deb mentioned, Elena will be taking over for that one. It's gonna be about coping with anxiety and time management. And we're gonna have a guest speaker, Dr. MC, come talk to us about that. But
since we have some extra time, I'm actually going to show the video for the, let me see. Okay, can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do? Okay, so just by the way, this is the YouTube channel. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so for the verification contacts, you're going to put either my name or Elena or Alexis or Ethan, whoever it was that approved that for you. And then that's basically it. So once it gets approved, we will write just a little comment here. If it gets denied, we will give detail as to why it was denied. And then you'll just go in and fix that. But if y'all do have any more questions regarding anything that we covered today, just make sure to check all the resources that we provided. And if you still have questions, you can let us know and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Make sure to sign out. I know someone asked earlier about the sign in. So the sign in is only available until 6:20 and then it's closed. So no more people can sign in. And then we share the sign out. So again, in order to receive credit, you have to sign in and sign out. And the sign out will only be open for a few minutes after the meeting closes or ends. So make sure to do that right away. If you were here and you just didn't sign in, send me a message. I do have track of everybody that was here. So send me a message and we can see if we can give you that credit. Okay, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Oh, let's announce the winner. I totally forgot, my bad. Okay, give me 1 second.
Can I get
Sorry. Okay, so the winner for those of you that didn't know about the giveaway, what we were basically doing is we asked a question, which was, why did you choose psychology? And you were supposed to answer and tag 2 people and then share it on your story. Or you were supposed to tag 3 people and share it on your story. And then from there, we were going to choose who the winner was, and the winner receives a mask and a t-shirt. So the winner is Michelle Marr. Are you here today?
Yes, I'm here.
Perfect. So I'll go ahead and send you a DM, or Vanessa can, and we can discuss how we can give you your prize.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, and then Vanessa, I don't know if you just want to talk a little bit about everything that you do on social media.
Okay, so I tend to post like a motivation Mondays kind of like quote to get y'all started on your week. And then on Thursdays is a cool days because I do like a little Thursday trivia, which if you have any suggestions of what to do this Thursday, don't hesitate to like DM me or put it in here because I'm running out of ideas, guys. But it's honestly really fun. I love to see y'all participate. And if you don't, make sure you do because it's really cool. And then, as Debbie said, we're gonna try and be more active in our social group chat that we have on GroupMe. And if y'all have any questions that are not like SPA related or anything, don't hesitate to just talk to us there. That group chat is made to just for us to connect and kind of just talk. And if you need any advice or anything, just use that group chat. It's really cool. It's a really cool resource that we have made for y'all. So yeah, and if you have any more ideas for me to do, just let me know and I'll be happy to do them. Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, guys. Any last minute questions, comments, anything before we end the meeting? Again, everything we covered today, we will send out through our recap email, which typically goes out on Fridays. And I'll also be posting this video on our YouTube, so you can also check it out there. It will be posted by Friday. All right. So if you haven't signed out already, make sure to sign out. Elena, can you send the link just one more time, please? Okay, I'll send it. go ahead and sign out if you haven't already. It'll stay open for another 5 minutes, so at 7:05. Again, if you weren't able to sign in, but you were here before the 6:20 mark, send me a message and we can try and give you that credit. But other than that, that's all we have for you guys. Our next meeting will be on the 16th. So happy early Valentine's Day. Make sure to treat yourself, do some sort of relaxation, put on a good movie, just treat yourself. And that's basically it, guys. Have a really good night. Thank you for coming. And I hope to get to know y'all better. Thank you again. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye, thank y'all.
Where can I find the email?
So let me go ahead and I'll share it in the group chat. And then that's where you can send us anything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Of course. And by group chat, I mean group me. So if one of the officers can actually go ahead and send it, if y'all know it. If not, I can go ahead and send it.
Email?
Yes.
Oh, did you want me to send it on? I can send it on here and.
Yes, please.
There you go.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye, thank you.
Of course. Have a good night.